In 1954, in a small house in rural Mississippi, a girl was born on a farm without indoor plumbing. Her grandmother raised her in such poverty that she wore dresses made from potato sacks. There was no money, no future visible from that Mississippi dirt road. But poverty wasn't the worst of it. When she was sent to live with her mother in Milwaukee at age 6, she was sexually abused by family members. The abuse lasted for years. She told no one. At 13, she ran away from home. At 14, she was pregnant. The baby died shortly after birth. By every measure of the world, this should have been the end. Her name was Oprah Gail Winfrey. Her father took her in, a strict barber in Nashville named Vernon Winfrey. He didn't offer sympathy. He offered structure, a curfew, a reading list, 1 book per week, and a written report on each. He told her, if you have a chance at something better, you had better take it. She took it. At Nicollet High School, she discovered something she had always had but never been told to use: her voice. She won speech contest after speech contest. She earned a full scholarship to Tennessee State University. At 17, a Nashville radio station hired her to read the news. The manager said she had the most natural delivery he had ever heard from someone her age. At 19, she became Nashville's first black female news anchor, still a teenager and already changing what was possible. In 1983, a Chicago television station offered her the hosting slot on a failing morning talk show. AM Chicago had rock-bottom ratings. The time slot was considered a graveyard. Nobody expected Oprah to save it. Within 1 month, she turned it into the highest-rated talk show in Chicago. Within 1 year, the show went national. In 1986, The Oprah Winfrey Show launched in 138 cities across America. Within months, it had overtaken Phil Donahue, the unchallenged king of daytime television, to become the highest-rated talk show in American history. She was 32 years old, but she wasn't interested in just being on television. She wanted to own what she built. In 1986, she founded Harpo Productions. In an industry where studios owned everything, she became one of the first people in the history of television and the first black woman to own the production company behind her own talk show. She produced films. She launched the Oprah magazine, the most successful magazine launch in publishing history. She started a book club that single-handedly revived the publishing industry. The Oprah effect became a measurable economic force. When she recommended a book, it sold millions of copies within days. When she mentioned a product, retailers ran out of stock within hours. In 1996, Texas beef producers sued her for $11 million after she expressed concern about mad cow disease on air. She moved her entire show to Texas for the duration of the trial, faced the case publicly, and won. In 2011, she launched OWN, the Oprah Winfrey Network. The first year was a disaster. Critics declared she had overextended herself. She went on camera and admitted the network was struggling. Then she worked. She rebuilt it from inside. By 2013, OWN was profitable. By 2015, it was one of the highest-rated cable networks among black women in America. Oprah Winfrey does not retreat. She rebuilds. In 2003, she became the first black female billionaire in world history. By 2013, Forbes estimated her net worth at nearly $3 billion. She has given over $400 million to charity, more than any black philanthropist in American history. She built a leadership academy in South Africa for girls who grew up in poverty the way she did. There is a story she tells about being told she was unfit for television. Too emotional, too heavy, too black, too female. Every door that was closed, she took each rejection and she used it. What made Oprah Winfrey was not just ambition. It was the ability to take real trauma, bone-deep, life-altering trauma, and convert it into empathy. To use the broken parts of her childhood not as wounds, but as a way to understand other people's pain. Her audience didn't just watch her. They trusted her. She made tens of millions of people feel, for the first time, genuinely seen. She was born in a house without running water. She was told, repeatedly, that she was too much of everything to be taken seriously, and she became the most powerful woman in the history of American media. The lesson she returns to, in every speech, in every interview, in everything she has ever built. The life you want is on the other side of the life you are afraid to live. Turn the wound into the work. Turn the story into the path. Turn the thing they said would break you into the thing that defines you. That is what Oprah Winfrey did. In a single lifetime, starting from nothing, on a dirt road in Mississippi. Subscribe to the Trove, because the greatest stories were never in your textbooks.